Episode of Squad back with another video. Y'all see what is going down. More Fani Willis. Definitely a horrible situation. A horrible situation. And we all see it. You feel me? We all see it. And it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Definitely apologize for not dropping yesterday. Been going through some stuff, and y'all know just as much as I have to put family and health first. So that's why I didn't post a video. And I've been going through a little bit of something, which we all do. But still, I pray, and try to keep it moving. But yesterday, I just couldn't get it out. Make sure y'all go check out Doug and Exile in the description box down below. You already know what's going down. Let's get in the video.
We've been following Fani Willis, the big investigation, and now Marjorie Taylor Greene just jumped in. We're going to get her email subpoenaed. This is going to be great. The investigation is going to greatly expand, including through Kemp in Georgia. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where the happy patriots are. Look, here's the headline. Even over at Marxist NBC News, Marjorie Taylor Greene files complaint about Georgia prosecutor who charged Trump.
So she's got herself a boyfriend, allegedly, paid him $650,000, allegedly, took off for a couple of cruises.
How bad is Fani Willis to have to pay a guy $600,000 to be with her? Now, it's been a long time since I've been dating. I remember the guy pays for the date. The girl, she doesn't have to even buy herself a drink. But Fani Willis, $600,000.
It turns out this guy was getting paid. This is a guy who's never prosecuted a ham sandwich. But it turns out part of his consulting payment was...
And about that, not trying to, cut him off or Doug off, but it's nice to put, a woman pay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I just got to say that times have changed. Me personally, anytime that, if me and Chris go out or if we decide on dinner and anything like that, I just look at it, as, okay, I got it, But that's just how I was raised. But it's okay, you feel me, if a female did it. Kristen bought me food plenty of times. So I'm telling you, it's cool to,
consulting with the Biden White House, okay? So there's another example of how they're pulling the strings.
It used to be the dirt was just down in Georgia, okay? And Trump always said this was a setup by Biden, but they had no evidence. And now they have Fani Willis's boyfriend on the visiting records to the White House. So they got him now. They sent a hack, a low-level lawyer who hadn't prosecuted a felony, up to the White House to do their dirty work and help orchestrate the whole thing. Talking to Biden, okay? And you'll see there's more evidence also that the same White House has been talking to Jack Smith, organizing it with Alvin Bragg, basically Letitia James.
Just got finished penning a letter to Governor Kemp and our Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr, where I am asking for them to investigate for criminal investigations into Fani Willis and her boyfriend, Nathan Wade. I can tell you right now, I'm a lifelong Georgian, and we are sick and tired and fed up with Fani Willis using her Fulton County position and Fulton County tax dollars not to prosecute real criminals, but to go after Joe Biden's top political opponent, which is President Trump.
This is the same method that Alvin Bragg did. He didn't prosecute criminals. He'd let them go. In fact, they stopped calling shoplifting a felony. They started letting guys go. If you were merely beating someone up and if you didn't have a weapon, they'd let you go. And then he used all of his resources to go after Trump, political opponents, not keep the streets safe. Same thing with Fani Willis. Deep corruption in this area of Georgia. Here's the rest of that NBC article. Washington Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican, filed a complaint Wednesday alleging criminal misconduct by the district attorney prosecuting former President Trump and his co-defendants in the Georgia election interference case. Greene, a vocal Trump ally. Now, I hate when MSNBC does that. Greene, a vocal Trump ally. They're trying to discredit her by showing who she's an ally with. Why don't they ever say, like, Fani Willis, a vocal Trump opponent? Fani Willis, a vocal Biden ally. See, they don't do it the other way, only to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's the mainstream media bias.
You talk about pay to play. And then he is invoicing her office, which is the Fulton County taxpayers, saying that he somehow worked 24 hours in one day.
Okay, no one works 24 hours in a day. So when you see that on an invoice, it's time to call the person out and say, you're gouging me for hours. Here's Technofrog. Fulton County Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade is alleged to having an affair with Fani Willis. But there's something more damaging. Wade committed fraud by billing 24 hours for work 11/5/21. This violates Georgia Code 16-10-20 false statements, and it's a felony.
I'm sorry, that is corruption, and that is an absolute lie. Not only that, he was sent up and he met with the Biden White House as he is planning to prosecute President Trump. We know exactly what this is. I'm calling on Governor Kemp and our Attorney General Chris Carr, investigate and prosecute Fani Willis and end this witch hunt immediately.
She could get in deep trouble. She could get disbarred. She could get fined. I think she should go to prison.
The Biden legal war may be stalled in Georgia.
Well, hey, this guy's doing work no American wants to do, dating Fani Willis.
Someone's got to do that job, and he's doing it. And now she is publicly shamed for being a you-know-what.
This Fulton County has a horrible, horrible history. This is the same county that drummed up charges on Martin Luther King, put him in jail. And if not for John F. Kennedy calling and yelling and screaming, you never would have seen Martin Luther King again.
That's right. This same county has a deep history of corruption against.
See, and the thing is, I didn't even know that. That's information to me. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Thinkers like Martin Luther King Jr., the Reverend. This county put him away. They would have put him away.
I did not know that, y'all.
Never heard from him again if it wasn't for John F. Kennedy calling them and saying, you release this guy right now. But this corruption goes all the way back. It's always been political. This has never been for justice.
He met several times and got paid for the meetings with, wait for it, White House, Biden White House advisors.
White House counsel, yeah.
So we've all said that the Biden legal war against Trump, the shots are being called from the White House, and I just think...
Of course the Biden White House is involved. What freaking giant political high-level crime are the Biden White House not involved in? Of course this kind of rat-stinking, filthy corruption would lead you straight to Joe Biden.
Who's Nathan Wade, by the way? Personal injury attorney. I think we call that ambulance chaser. And now he's going to try a case like this, getting paid $650,000, which, by the way, that's Georgian tax money.
This guy who is like a nobody lawyer, they put him on the biggest RICO lawsuit in Fulton County, Georgia's history with 18 defendants. 18. And this guy's supposed to be pro enough to go in there and navigate that. They didn't need that. They just needed him to go up to the White House and coordinate. He had no other job other than to go to bed with Fani Willis.
This will blow up just like no one takes Tish James seriously in New York or Alvin Bragg or Jack Smith because they don't look like serious prosecutors. They look like who they are, political operatives, Larry.
Political operatives, another word for political hack. All of them, we've been calling them out, and he just now gave us the roster once again. Don't you guys see the pattern now? Over and over again. This is how the corrupt Democrat Party pulls one over your eyes, tries to get Trump off the ballot.
I'm going to say the White House has been calling the shots on every one of these things. Not just the Justice Department, not just special prosecutor, not just special counsels in Washington, D.C. and in Florida, but in New York with Alvin Bragg and Letitia James, in Colorado to keep Trump off the ballot, in Maine to keep Trump off the ballot. In other words, I think there is a conspiracy here where the Biden White House is calling the shots in the legal war against Donald Trump.
You know, after a while, you start seeing
that's just, I mean, common sense when everybody is visiting. I mean,
I'll lead right back to him, and it's over the election. It's why we keep focusing on Trump on the ballot and winning the election, guys. Everything goes back to them trying to undermine that. They can't have you vote for this guy because he'll win. So all of these, that's the one thing they all have in common. They all know that Biden is decrepit and can't win.
And the Washington Post, New York Times will never investigate this. 2 8-hour meetings. If it was, there shouldn't even be a briefing with the White House. But if it was just a briefing, that's an 8-minute phone call. 8 hours twice, that's detailed planning.
It's probably because Nathan Wade is so dumb they had to explain it to him 15 times. Yeah, can you imagine going to the White House and using up 2 8-hour sessions of their time? That's insane. Like, who does that? They had to sit him down and give him a step-by-step of what to do and take it back. It's all coordinated, and now it's all getting exposed right here in exile. Thanks for joining me.
But that's the thing, though. Like, when you end up doing something and you think you about to get away with it, I'm telling you, this is gonna come to light. It's gonna come to light. I mean, that's just what it is. It's a lot of people that get away with stuff. It's a lot of people that get away with stuff. But in this case, come on, tell me, it's caught. Caught. And that's just what it is. And then got out. I was surprised by it. I'm not gonna cap. I was surprised by it. Some of y'all probably not, but I was surprised by it. I definitely was. I was surprised on it because it was they hitting the case so hard, and then boom, this happens. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Definitely, stay tuned for next video. It's Cat Williams exposing. So definitely had to check that out. Gotta check that out. So make sure y'all stay tuned for it. Catch y'all next one.